Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Okay, I have been tagged twice by Connie, hi Connie, at Just Another Stitch. So, and both of my tags are going to be in this same video, and I'm going to be tagging the same 3 channels for each tag. So, I think she came up with this one. It is called hashtag 10 crochet / knitting questions tag. And so I'm going to start with this one. She tagged me first in this one. So these are the questions and I'll give my answers as I go. Number 1, how long have you been crocheting or knitting? I started crocheting in 2019. And knitting, I started in September of 2020. Number 2, how did you learn to crochet or knit? I learned both of them from my grandmother. And number 3, what made you want to learn to crochet or knit? Well, at first, I found out my sister was pregnant with her 3rd kid, and it was her first son. And I really wanted to make some stuff that was special, so I made him a blanket and like a little hat and booty set, different colors, like 2 sets. And so that's my initial, and it just took off from there. I kept crocheting and knitting, or crocheting at that point, yeah. Number 4, what's the first thing you crocheted or knitted? Crochet, it was a doily, but it was not with like crochet thread. It was like 3 or 4 weight yarn. And the first thing I knitted was a scarf with bulky yarn. Number 5, what's the last thing you crocheted or knitted? Well, the circular shawl. I just finished crocheting that. And the last thing I knitted was a cowl on circular needles. Number 6, what is the last stitch or technique that you learned to crochet or knit? Crochet, I really don't remember, because when I first started learning to crochet, I am the type of person to go research everything. All the different stitches, all the different, things involved, how to slip stitch, how to double crochet. I learned it all within like the first month and a half. I didn't want to be clueless in what to do. So I don't really remember. It's been so long ago for me. Now the last technique that I learned in knitting was how to make a buttonhole. So I thought that was pretty cool. But to this day, I don't remember how to do it. I'd have to go look back and refresh my memory. Number 7, what are you currently crocheting or knitting? I just finished my circular shawl. I am working on my Tunisian knit stitch blanket. So that is one thing I'm crocheting. Knitting, I'm just testing out yarn, and it's this bloom yarn. I'm really not making anything with it, just seeing if it works upright. Number 8, what is something you want to learn to crochet or knit? I don't really have any specific things that I want to learn to knit to learn to crochet, but in knitting I do want to learn to knit socks. Number 9, what has been your worst frogging experience in crochet or knitting? I haven't had any experience of frogging something in knitting, but crochet, it has to be the planned pulling I did. I ripped that thing out like 10 times and I got it on the 11th try. So that was the worst frogging experience. Number 10, what project are you most proud of in crochet? The ones I'm most proud of, I'm going to see if I can pan. Well, y'all seen my dragons. The 2 up there at the top, Minty and Smoky. Those 2 are the ones that I am most proud of in crochet. And knitting has to be, I guess, my first knit scarf. Okay, so for this tag, Like I said, I'm tagging the same 3 channels for each tag. I don't think they've been tagged in them, but if they have, oh well. Nancy from Nancy's Hooked on Crochet tagged for the 10 crochet knitting question tag. Gina from Knitting Turnpike, you're tagged. And Trisha the Knitting Lady, you're tagged. Okay, so that is my hashtag 10 crochet knitting question tag. Now I'm going to do the 10 non-yarny things about me tag. There is no set questions to these. You just think up 10 things that you don't think you've said on your channel, or maybe things that others have missed. And some of these I may have mentioned, but I'm not real sure. I know I've talked about my scoliosis surgeries, but I don't think I've ever gave age and dates and all that. So, number 1 non-yarny thing about me is I had scoliosis growing up, and at age 11, I had my first surgery. I had a double curvature that went like this. And along with the spine going in and out like this, it was like high 80 degree curvature at the top, high 60 something degree curvature at the bottom. And when I was 11, they put the Harrington rods in, and at age 15 in 2001, I had to have them taken out. They were deteriorating, and also at the bottom on my left side, it was bent out of place and out of my spine. So that was really tough. The first surgery took eight and a half hours, and they removed 4 discs and took a piece off my hip, deflated my right lung, and grafted the hip part to my back, and my back is fused. I still have problems with it today, and I also found out in 2006, I believe, I found out I have a spina bifida occulta. That's like where some of the nerves are exposed. And then about 2 years ago, I found out I have osteoarthritis in my lower back. Okay, so number 2, first vehicle I ever drove and ever had when I got my permit, I guess, was a Nissan King Cab pickup in the color black. It was in 1985, and it was a standard. My grandfather taught me how to drive a standard. He always said, if you can drive a standard, you can drive anything. And that is true. Number 3, I played the clarinet in 6th and 8th grade. I totally skipped 7th, but I did play the clarinet in 6th and 8th grade, and I loved it. 8th grade, we actually marched down one of our main streets for a concert. That was a little scary, but it was fun. Number 4, my favorite wild animal would be a wolf. I love wolves. Number 5, my favorite regular type of bird is a mockingbird, and a tiny bird would be a hummingbird, and my favorite big bird would be hawks. I absolutely love hawks. Number 6, my birthday is June 25th, so that makes me a Cancer as my astrological sign. Number 7, I had quit high school in 9th grade because of different problems and stuff like that. And I studied 1 month for my GED test, and I passed it first time around. And that was in 2003. Number 8, I have dyed my hair every natural color in the book. I've been blonde, I've been black, I've been my natural hair color, which is brown, which I don't like. I have been red, I have been burgundy. I've been platinum blonde. And even black and red bangs, or black and red tips. So, and one unnatural hair color. I saw this hair color, and you bleach it, and it's supposed to be a real vibrant red. It turned my hair pink. I had to be a pink-haired person for, I mean, it was not a normal, like, when you see an older lady and they dye their hair and it's pink, it was not that pink. I mean, it was bright, crazy pink. And I eventually went to someone that covered my hair, and then it kind of went black. I used to be a goth in middle school. I dressed all in black, painted my fingernails black. So yeah, I went through a whole goth phase through the 6th and 8th grade. Number 10. Now, I don't think this will offend anybody because I'm not going to go into detail, but the way I believe, I am part Christian and a part spirituality. I grew up Christian, but as I got older, I kind of steered to a different direction, spirituality, but I still kept my Christian beliefs, but they're just kind of meshed together. So this has been my 10 non-yarny things, and I am also tagging the same channels, Nancy's Hooked on Crochet, Knitting Turnpike, and Trisha the Knitting Lady. So y'all 3 are tagged for both of these, and I hope y'all have enjoyed this, and I want to say please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like, comment, and share it if you have any social media. Please come join my Facebook group. I have the link in the description box. I'm up to, I think, 19 members, so yay. Thank you, and I want everyone to have a wonderful Friday. Stay safe, be happy, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.